For the many that are hungry, homeless, alone and on the street, the doors to opportunity are tightly shut. Some come in and out of society through prison doors. Most all, in one way or another, are out of touch and have lost faith in their future and themselves. When Jim headed for the Raleigh Rescue Mission, it was his last stop for hope. His self-respect had been shred and torn.
It was hard to swallow my pride and ask for a bed that night. It hurt to ask for help, but I'd lost it all. My family, my house, and my work. I still can't understand how it all slipped away from me.
It was easy for Jim to find the Raleigh Rescue Mission because it's located at the center of downtown. Many people like Jim walk in off the street, seeking a place to rest. The mission provides showers, clean linen, lodging and meals every day of the year.
When you've been out on the street, you just can't imagine what it's like to take a good shower and wrap up in a clean-smelling sheet. You settle back and take a deep breath and you feel better. It helps restore your self-respect.
It was hard to believe that Jim had been a medical doctor before. You just never know what can happen to people or how many ways they can hurt. Jim stayed with us for only a short time and was gone. Frequently neglected or abused, many mothers like Andrea have nowhere to seek refuge and a roof over their head. So they come to the mission.
My mom made me feel safe now. We have our own room, and it's even prettier than where we stayed before. I like the playroom because of all the toys. My mama laugh and she say, "Girl, you just getting into everything." My mama, she liked the living room best, where all the ladies go. But of all the places at the mission, I like the chapel best. It's the best place I know of to say a prayer.
Our goal for each person is personal growth, so people can change how they view themselves and how they view their life. Nurturing the spirit and encouraging people to grow is enhanced when physical needs are met.
When we got here, the mission lady took us out to this nice store. There were racks and racks of pretty clothes. You couldn't even count them all. So now you look, my clothes fit me nice. I don't feel so ashamed.
There are some great bargains here. People come right into the store looking for clothes and for furniture. You can even find yourself a washing machine. We got these fellas that go around picking up stuff all day. Now, some people don't have much to spend, so instead of money, social service give them these little slips to say what they can get. Now that takes care of those folks, you know, really in need.
Now that I got me some new clothes, Mama don't look so worried. She always fussing about how nice I look when I get ready for school. I go every day. The bus comes right here to the mission to pick me up. You know what? My mom and me both have homework to do. She's working on a special degree called her GED. I'm proud of Mama, and she's proud of me.
The mission meant a lot to Keisha and her mother, Andrea. Their stop at the mission was the first step. With a new apartment furnished with items from the mission thrift shop, Andrea is now independent and successfully making it on her own. For many who have lost their way, the street is home. Billy's story reflects what in today's society is a common mode: alcohol, drugs, and a resistance to help.
I was wiped out all the time. When you're on the street, you got no idea who you are or where you want to go. At the mission farm, it's different though. It's a real peaceful life. The daily routine and work helps out, and all the guys pitch in, doing one thing or another. Makes you feel like you really belong. It's a working farm. We bale this hay, and it's high-quality horse feed. The mission sells over 10,000 bales a year. Anyway, it feels really good to be outside doing real physical work. Also, it's tough to get uptight around here. We have trails that go right down to the river. And for fishing, we got a lake, 10 whole acres, some nice-sized bass.
The Riverside Christian Center makes it easier for residents to stop and reflect, to gain new perspective on what's holding them back from a positive outlook on life.
Even at the farm, I still get agitated sometimes. But there's always someone to talk to, someone to help me find a way to get things under control.
Removing some individuals from the influence of city life helps. Today, Billy has re-entered society. He has a job, a bank account, and goes to technical school. For people like Andrea and Billy, the mission offers life skill classes on things like money management and budgeting, and provides schooling from literacy through GED. In the last 12 months, over 100 students came through our program, some earning their GED. In today's world, people need skills. It may sound unusual, but the mission's goal is not to get people jobs, not right away. Usually our clients need some very basic work on getting their act together before we are sure they can sustain good habits needed for relationships and work. Some clients have been so removed from society that it really takes a special commitment to turn one's life around. Paul is on parole. Since the age of 17, he has spent more time in prison than he has out. At the mission, he has bolstered his self-respect and is determined to never return.
I ain't going back. I can say that now. I've been released 7 times, but I never had someone to talk to before. You know, somebody who would just sit down, listen, and help me figure myself out. But there are rules. You can't stay unless you're ready to put in some work. You know, I have responsibility now. I help cook for our mission meals. You count it up, we've served 100,000 meals last year.
Each day, some of the residents work to prepare 3 good meals for the others at the mission. But we also serve meals to the homeless who walk in off the street. Rehabilitation starts with responsibility. Each resident has assignments for the day. By fulfilling obligations to others with the mission community, residents grow in self-esteem. Sudden insight creates the catalyst for change.
And I just love it when these young guys come in here, you know what they're headed for. I like to warn them what prison life is like. It really shakes them up, you can tell. I just say, yeah, I've been there, man. I've been bitter and hurt. But you gotta put all that bad feeling behind you.
The mission helps each individual start fresh, and they start to change from the inside out. For each person we serve, the mission provides support. We assert that the change agent in every person's life is spiritual. With this as a foundation, we help each individual rebuild their life from the ground up. For the Lord said, "I was hungry, and you gave me something to eat. I was thirsty, and you gave me something to drink. I was a stranger, and you invited me in." I tell you the truth. Whatever you did for one of the least of these brothers of mine, you did for me. Shelter for the homeless, beds for the tired, food for the hungry, and counseling for the hurt. For those without family or faith, at the mission, there is support. For those who have lost hope, there is somewhere to turn. For people on the street and homeless, there are many doors closed. The Raleigh Rescue Mission believes we can help people open these doors. The door to a place called home. The door to a place to work. The door to education. And the door to faith. For the less fortunate, won't you help us open these doors?